Welcome to a video from digital-lifestyle.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to recreate the famous Vox Humana sound from the Polymoog. That's used by Gary Numan on his early albums, and especially Our Friends Electric and Cars. And it's got that classic otherworldly sound that Gary Numan made some great tracks with. So originally on the Polymoog 280A preset, I'm going to start from scratch and I'm going to show you how to recreate that sound. If you're a Modwave user, I've already done this for the Modwave, so check out that video on digital-lifestyle.com or our YouTube channel. So I'm going to turn off that layer and start from scratch. So let's put that on. So there is our basic patch all ready to go. So the first thing I did was alter the envelopes, the amp envelope, to give it a similar feel envelope. The actual Polymoog is velocity sensitive, and the harder you played the keyboards, the shorter the attack would be. So you would go from that to that attack. But Gary Numan used that sort of slow version of it, but we might look at that later in the video. Okay, so once we've done that, the next step is the two oscillators. There's a sawtooth and a pulse wave. So we'll look at the sawtooth first. It's just a basic sawtooth, but with quite a lot of modulation on it. So I'm going to use, now normally you would probably use the pitch LFO, but we're going to put pitch LFO on both, and to give it a bit of a unique feel, I'm going to use two different LFOs, so they're not synced and slightly different times, so things sound a little bit more analog. So for the sawtooth, I'll use the pitch LFO, and we'll use a different one on the other oscillator. So I think about 0.4 or 0.5 on this one. That's probably about right. And maybe that speed a bit slower. That's probably about right now. So that's our first oscillator, the sawtooth. So I'll turn that off for now, and we'll go to our pulse width. So the pulse width is around 38, but then we've got the pulse width modulation on, and that's the key to this as well. So let's just play with that until we get what I think is better. Now the other thing we're going to do on this as well is on that pulse width modulation, I'm just going to make them as a free running LFO, so it just carries on running and the key press doesn't change it. I think that's about right. And now we need the pitch on that one. So to give us a different feel, I'm going to use, I'll use Filter B's LFO because I know I'm not using that one. It's around the same. I'm going to give it a quite fast. That's about right. So if I put these together, we haven't touched the filter yet. If I put them together here, that's quite close, but I'm going to just reduce that. Maybe I just roll off that cut off a little bit, and I'll put some key tracking on there as well, so it's a bit brighter at the top and not as bright at the bottom. And I think that pulse width needs to come down a bit. That's about right, so I'll just bring that level down so you can hear the sawtooth a bit better. The next thing I would do is put a bit of compression and some vintage chorus on there. think that's about right. And I mentioned about if you really wanted to kind of recreate the actual one of the Polymoog, not just the one that Gary Numan used, you could on the filter, on the amp attack, you could apply a bit of velocity. Let's try that. There you go. So it's up to you if you wanted to try that. So I think that's about it. It's a really lovely synth sound. It cuts through the mix really well as well, and yeah, it takes me right back to those Gary Numan sounds. I'll make this available as a download on thedigitalLifestyle.com, so just head over, follow the link in the video, and you can download this patch. If you've got any suggestions for patches, please let me know, and I'll have a go at creating them, and I'll see you on the next video.